Okay, guys, so we are concluding. Now we've spoken so much, guys. Now you understand these different types of spirit beings. You understand? So when you see a person who's never been saved, you know what you do with. When you see a person who's going to church but is not really walking according to how they should, you know what you're dealing with. When you see a person who loves money, you know what you're dealing with. When you see a person, guys, who obeys Jesus, you know what you're dealing with. Now you know that. So guys, I look at this and I'm like, guys, a human being is a complex being. Complex being, because you see, guys, a person is a spirit inside the body and has the soul and also the mind as well. You understand? So when you take a good look at all these four, they are all fighting against one another in order to take charge, in order to lead. Usually the brain wants to be the leader, but you also have the character of the flesh, which takes character of its own. Guys, I've been speaking so much against the flesh. Guys, our flesh is nonsensical. Guys, I hate everything about my flesh, because this flesh loves money. This flesh loves things of the world. Guys, this flesh loves sex outside marriage. It's my flesh. I cannot deny that. I know it, and there are things that I will like personally that you wouldn't like, meaning while we all have the character of the flesh, which is dead, general one, we also have individual one. I never drank alcohol. I've never even liked it, never even tasted it. So I don't like it. Someone else likes it. You understand? I might like this, but you might not. So there is a general character of the flesh and then the individual. At the same time, because the human being is a spirit, we've already spoken so much about the spirit, guys. Now you understand that there are pathways, rocky places, thorns, as well as sheep. So you see that, oh damn. So also these guys, they take character of its own, characters of their own. You understand? Then guys, a human being is a spirit in the body but has a soul, meaning the spirit, when you pass away, your spirit get out of your body. So that spirit part, Adam was put inside the flesh because he wants to contact the physical things, because daddy is a spirit, so Adam is a spirit as well, Jesus is a spirit as well, but they put him in the flesh because they put him in the physical world, so he must have the flesh in order to contact the physical things. You understand? So this soul as well, not the spirit now, the soul as well has a character of its own. And then you've got a brain, guys. The brain, guys. Neurologists will tell you things about the brain that you sit and you're like, damn. While there is a general character of the brain, there is also individual. You understand? Because you find that there are people who have PTSD, people who have ADHD, people, guys, who have anxiety, these mental sicknesses, you know what I mean? So they've got this chemical imbalance, and they must live on pills, on medication in order to be able to control. Yet the brain wants to control the whole. Guys, you sit and you look at all of that and you're like, yeah, a human being, guys, is really, really a complex being. Really, really a complex being. Hence, guys, sometimes I decide to stay away from people because I sit and I'm like, damn, if all these things are fighting against one another, in me, there's so many things that are fighting against me. Guys, I hate my flesh. There are so many things I hate about my flesh. In fact, when I came back to daddy, guys, the first thing I had to stop doing was lying. Guys, I used to lie so much, it's not funny. Guys, I can write a book. Believe me, I can write a book. I used to be called Miss Liar because, guys, I used to lie. Me and my cousin, guys, we used to lie so much, He was also called Mr. Liar, and I was Miss Liar because, guys, my friends, if they wanted to stay away and not go home, they would text me, what can we say to our parents? And believe me, I'll text them back and tell them, guys, I'm so good. You can fool me only because I let you. Because I can spot a liar. Why? Guys, I'm good. I'm good. Guys, I can write a book. You understand? You can't cross a double crosser. I'm a double crosser. So when I came back to my Lord, I had to stop. The first thing I had to stop doing, guys, was lying. Guys, because I was good, I usually watch movies, as I've always said, that there is this movie, the Anaconda franchise. So they were actually in the forest looking for this orchid blood, whatever. And one of them said, we have to go towards headhunters. And there was there was actually a coward one in their midst. And he was like, are you telling us that we are approaching headhunters? And the other one like, yeah, we are going there. And he says, we can't go there, they will skin us alive. And the leader was like, they no longer practice that thing. They no longer, and the coward one was like, just because they no longer practice this doesn't mean that they don't remember how. You know what I mean? And I said, guys, in my mind, and I was like, yeah, I understand what you are saying, dude. Just because I don't lie anymore, it doesn't mean that I don't remember how. Oh, guys, I know lies when I see one. So when a person lies to me, I keep quiet as if I don't see it. Oh, guys, you can't cross a double cross. You know what I mean? So it's the first thing I had to stop doing, because, hey, guys, I hate my flesh. Jesus came down here, guys, to help us with the most difficult thing. The most difficult thing, guys, in our lives that no one else could have dealt with. Yet we banged him so much for that. He came to give us the blood. We killed him. Guys, he came to give us the blood. We killed him. You understand? And then he gives us the teachings so that we can now deal with the flesh, because our spirit is now dealt with. He's giving us the blood, so we are saved. We are now like dead, because when Adam died in the garden in Genesis 3, a lot of things, guys, happened. Nonsense happened. A lot of things were affected. You understand? So I died as well. I was born like that because I was still in Adam's loins. So are you. So never be offended when I say you are a sinner by default. Never be offended when I say you are foolish by default. Adam did that for you. You understand? So Jesus came to sort that problem, because no one else could have sorted that problem. Guys, no one else could have done it. Yet we banged that dude. We chased him out of this world. You understand? And he says, I'm no longer coming back. I'm no longer coming back. I'll stand there by the cloud. And I'm like, yeah, my Lord, great job. Never come back here. We will do the same thing. You understand? And you will think that I'm offending human beings when I say human beings are like zombies. Yes, guys, we are born like that. Obviously, we cannot see our wrongness, because this wrongness is our nature. And I always say that, guys, if I wasn't into doing my Lord's work, guys, I'm telling you, I would have followed the psychiatrist work, because these dudes, they studied the human behavior. Guys, I love the study of human behavior, because when you study human behavior, you are able to understand certain things that people don't understand. You understand? Not that you want to judge them or you want to understand everything, but it helps. For me, it helps. When I start getting to know a person, I usually study their character so that I don't overstep my boundaries. You know what I mean? I must respect, no matter how bad or wrong or right, it's not about that, but it's about me understanding who you are and where your boundaries end. You understand? So that I can respect them. So I love the study of human behavior. Now, the problem with the psychiatrist is that they've studied the dead part of us. You understand? They studied the dead, the satanic part of us. You understand? After Adam died spiritually, and we're all like that, So when you go to them, they will tell you certain things about your flesh, that dead part of you, and to them it's normal. Yes, it's not. If Jesus was a psychiatrist, I'm telling you, he will tell you a lot of things. Oh, that dude, guys, I've got so much respect for that man. You understand? So guys, our flesh is giving us so much problems. You understand? Not only, guys, our flesh, but our spirit. I live with my nephew, and he's now turning 13. And guys, I look at the way he behaves, and I'm like, yeah, dangerous age, guys, dangerous age, because even when he goes to the shop now, he looks at himself in the mirror, and when I buy him clothes, he's got this particular interest, in things he doesn't understand, because his brain is still developing. You understand? And he's starting to have these sexual urges. Why? Because of the hormones. You understand? And I can't shout at him because of that. Guys, you can't shout at a person because they've got these sexual urges drive. You understand? You need to explain things to them. But how do you explain this to a person whose brain is still developing, to a person young like that? You see it and you're like, damn, The work is too much. The work is too much, you understand? So we're dealing with something that I sit and I'm like, my Lord, you came to do something that no one else could have done. No one could have helped us. No one, guys, could have helped us, because if Adam, our patriarch, if Eve, our matriarch, is also dead and we're born like that, obviously we'll be born zombies, we'll be born aliens. In fact, we're like aliens. But now we are born like this. To us, this is normal. To us, this is nature. To us, this is natural, yet it's a dead nature. You understand? Dead nature. So we are dealing with a big thing, because the flesh takes a character of its own, whether it's general or individual, because we don't like the same things, yet at the same time, there are things that are general to all of us. Spirit, guys, our spirit is general as well as individual. And then there is the brain, which is general, yet also individual. So the brain takes character of its own, the flesh takes character of its own, the spirit takes character of of its own, then the soul takes the character of its own. And then you sit and you're like, how on earth am I going to deal with this? Guys, it's so hard. So sometimes I tend to get away from people, because it's like, I can't deal with this, it's too much. Guys, Jesus is so wise that when you deal with him, I deal with him and I'm like, my Lord, you are too damn wise for me. I don't even know, it's just too much. These things I've come to understand because of your teachings, because of you. They are too much for me, and I don't know if a human being was supposed to know such things, because they don't free me. I don't know if I'm free. I'm burdened, I'm burdened because of understanding these things, yet at the same time, it is what it is. Many people tend to say, you are very understanding, yet you speak the way you speak. It doesn't make sense. It does make sense, guys. Sometimes I need to be harsh in order for people to fear, so that people will understand what is going on. But at the same time, I do understand. That's why, guys, I always tell you that I love a person who comes to me and says, I don't love Jesus, I don't want Jesus. I'll shake you and say, I love you, my sister, I love you, my brother. Why? You're not deceiving anyone. What I hate is a person who goes to church and carries that Bible and pretends as if, yet they're doing the exact opposite. That's why, guys, that's where my fury comes from, you understand? Because churches were meant to give us the undiluted word of God. So I look at the word and I look at what Paul, Peter, James, John are preaching, and I'm like, why aren't pastors preach this exact thing? Why are they interpreting this thing and bring out worldly people? Why you go to church and you become so worldly? Guys, go to church, you will see how worldly people are. If you want to find the worldliest people, you understand? So this is a problem, guys, that we have. A human being, guys, is a complex being, with the flesh having its own character, guys, with the spirit taking its own character, with the body, the mind taking its own character, with the soul taking its own character, and all these four are fighting against one another, and now we are talking, and now, guys, we were talking about these 4 different types of spirit natures here on earth. So you understand that a psychiatrist will tell you about the physical part because they think it's natural. They are actually talking about dead part, So now you've come to understand that the spirit part also plays a part, a huge part, in fact, because this is the inside. Jesus came to Jesus came to deal with our inside, you understand? Because no one else could have dealt with that part. Only a person through whom Adam came, you understand? So that's why Jesus came down here, you understand? So he comes down here and he gave us the blood and said, I brought about Adam, so I must come down here, you understand, and give you the blood. You take my teachings, deal with the flesh, you understand? And if you do his will, guys, I'm telling you, you're going to be fine, because it's going to keep you so entertained that you won't have time for yourself, you understand? My wretched flesh, guys, oh, what a wretched woman I am. Paul, what a wretched woman I am, So I sit, guys, and I look at all these things, and I'm like, a human being, guys, is a complex being. So we need to understand all of these things, guys. We are of the kingdom of heaven. We need to know more than the world does. You understand? Because our teachings, they come from the tree of life, not from the tree of good and evil that Adam ate from. But it came from the tree of life, which is of the kingdom of heaven. Until next, guys.